my name is Katie Worthy, and this is my persuasive speech. My speech is on face-to-face interaction. When is the last time you really put your phone down and had a decent conversation with someone? When's the last time you picked up your phone to call someone instead of just texting or using social media? When is the last time you were at a restaurant and you put your phone down and didn't pick it up to text or take a call or take a work email? Me and my friends used to do this thing where we put our phones in the middle of the table and the first one to touch their phone had to foot the bill. Now people really don't do that now because it's a little expensive, but anyway. It's important, this speech is important to me because I feel like this generation is the one that's going to change the world. Can we just put our phones down and turn off social media and turn the world off and just simply be there and just live and just be in the moment and just go about our day instead of having to check social media, check what everyone else is doing? Because we're comparison is the huge thing with social media and stuff like that, because we're taking everyone else's highlight reels and comparing it to our life when that's the best version of themselves. It's not what's really going on behind the scenes. While we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, we just do what they're showing in front of us. Next, I'll explain why it's so important. When we're hiding behind a screen through social media, whether we're just texting someone, or we're on Facebook, or we're subtweeting as they call it, and we're hiding behind a screen and we're being, it's really mean, it's really hateful, and that's where cyberbullying comes from. And you're not being your true self, and you're hurting others in the process. And you wouldn't say that stuff to the people's face. You need to make sure you say it to their face before you put it out on social media. Also, let's see. When you're having a conversation with someone, you'll be able to see what they really mean by their hand gestures and the way their body moves. And when you're texting someone or on the phone with someone, you don't know what they really mean behind it. And they could say, for example, they could say, I love you, or I don't like you, and you don't know what they really mean. They could be joking, but you don't know it because it's through texting, and it's not through face-to-face interaction. Now I'm going to talk about why social media is ruining our generation. Social media is ruining it, but it's also doing some good, because CNN and NBC and all those news stations, they take something and they make it so much more dramatic than it actually is, such as, the mass shootings and, stuff like that, where they come up with conspiracy theories and, with the president and all that kind of stuff. They make it so dramatic, and they make it out to be some big thing when it's really something so simple. And we just really need to take it back a notch and not learn to feed all that stuff into ourselves, because then it starts taking a play on our daily lives. And we just need to learn to just like I said in the beginning, just to live and just live in the moment and just be there where you're at. And especially when driving too, texting and driving and talking and driving. Yes, I know there's Bluetooth, but that's also a huge distraction to others, and that's where so many people have lost their lives or hurt someone else in the process. And let me just say, insurance is not cheap, so you need to learn to just put down your phone and just drive and just be on the road. You don't have to be on your phone texting, because that text could cost someone else's life, and it costs your life too. And then let me show you. Also, someone could post a picture of a cute puppy on Facebook, or their kid in a Halloween costume, and somehow it can be misinterpreted, and it can be somehow turned into a race and religion thing when it shouldn't, or everything has to be so political and he said, she said, and we just need to learn just to nip it in the bud. And we should be allowed to post whatever we want to on social media, but be careful about it, because once we post it, it's out there. It's never coming back. But let me show you my visual aid for the project. This is my visual aid. It's a pie chart. What communication we use most recently, or the most. In conclusion, we should learn how to have face-to-face interaction and face-to-face conversations with someone instead of using our phone. We should learn to go visit people, go to the nursing home and visit those people, maybe what they call adopt a grandpa or adopt a grandma, and go talk to them about what it was like for them and how they grew up and how they talk to others. Thank you for watching.